An OG got in our way of profit. Let's recap it and get in some Thursday night football bets. Hey there, everybody. What is going on? It is, of course, Jason Mattis here with Winning Bets, giving you guys those free sports picks every single day. And we're on the Thursday edition here. I hope you guys are having a good Thursday morning. I know some of you guys are having a good Thursday morning because some of you guys start your weekend on Thursday. So happy early weekend to some of you out there. The rest of us is just one day away, and then we'll be on into our weekend. Yes, sir, we were ruined by an own goal. That's right, an own goal in that Manchester City game was the only thing that got in our way of profit. Overall, though, soccer was decent to us, I would say. Real Madrid dropped that team total up over 2.5 goals earlier on, but they had plenty of chances. Watch that entire game up against Shakhtar. It's one of those bets that, Real Madrid could have, had 2 goals like they did, or they could have maybe had 4 or 5, and it just didn't quite go our way. Unfortunately, right there. We did get that nice Ajax money line. Parlay that with the Ajax double chance, and parlay that with the Liverpool money line. That was a good plus 139 cash right there. Liverpool took care of Atletico. Nice and easy at Anfield like we expected. Of course, the red card helps, but Liverpool was already in control of that match. And then Ajax, they got lucky. They got a yellow card or a red card up against Dortmund, which that obviously certainly helped because they gave a goal to 10-man Dortmund. But then they eventually, got in control of that match, having the extra man advantage and was able to win that game. I believe it finish was maybe 3-1, if I saw correctly. So that was a good parlay win for us right there. And then, of course, everything was on that Manchester City versus Bruges game. That's where we had 3 bets in there. Of the 3 that we bet, the only one that hit was that Manchester City against the spread where we had minus 2.5. The heartbreaker there was at halftime, full time, because if there wasn't that own goal, then they would have won halftime 1-0, and we would have been able to cash that bet, but we were unfortunately able to do that. Just a brutal play. Watch that entire game, and Bernardo Silva sticks out a foot to try and deflect the cross. It goes off his foot and just goes directly off John Stone's face. I mean, one of those things where, obviously Bernardo Silva's trying to just hit it back through the box, or maybe you hit it out for a corner, anywhere but a weird-ass deflection that goes off John Stone's face and goes right into the goal right there. And then, of course, Manchester City didn't get over their first half team total up over 1.5 goals. Had plenty of opportunities, just couldn't quite find the back of the net for the second time that first half. I would make all 3 of those bets again. All 3 of them, we literally were an own goal away from being profitable in soccer. Instead, we were down a little bit, down 0.35 units, up in soccer. But we hit a monster. We hit a monster giveaway. I did a Twitter giveaway. I made a 5-legged Champions League parlay using a DraftKings 50% boost, and we got that thing to hit. We had Bayern halftime, full-time in there. We had Chelsea win 0. We had over 2.5 in that Atlanta United match. We had under 3.5 in that Kyiv Barcelona match. And then City to score in both halves was the final leg that went ahead and cashed it. Won $550, did $300 in a Twitter giveaway, and I pocketed $250. Don't forget, guys, if you're not following me on Twitter, not only do you get my bets nice and early so you can get that same value, sometimes we drop additional bets here that aren't on YouTube, but we also do some free giveaways from time to time. Hadn't done one on Twitter in a good while, so it was good to do one. I know I also haven't done one on YouTube in a while. We'll do another one here on YouTube very shortly as well, but felt good to hit that 5-legged parlay and bang out a nice, $550 win. That felt really, really good. We did good this week in Champions League. We did good on Tuesday. Again, yesterday we were just spoiled. Both of our days were spoiled. We were spoiled once by the kiss of death. We had that penalty, and then we had an own goal. 2 things that are very, very rare. Or penalty's not rare, but it's a kiss of death, obviously, for an under better. But the own goal, that is certainly rare, and it just ruined our day right there. But we came right back, though, in basketball. We went 2-3 in our player props, so we put some money up in our pocket there in basketball. We got C.J. McCollum up over 2.5, made 3-pointers. That's right. He's now cashed 7 out of 8 times so far this season. And then we also had Blake Griffin up under 7.5 points. Super sweaty right there as he ended the game with 7 points. Sat majority of the fourth quarter, but then came in with about 4.5 minutes ago, and they never passed to him, never even attempted a shot in those last 4.5 or so minutes. But still, super sweaty because he was on the court. And whenever you're on the court, obviously you can have an opportunity to get, any additional points. But thankfully he ended up doing that. Now we're 3-2 on betting Blake Griffin up on the season. The one loss in the NBA player props was, again, of course, Nurkic. He did not have any blocks. So whether you took over 0.5 or over 1.5, he did not get over a block. That's another bet that I would make again. If they gave it to us again at 0.5 at plus money, I would certainly make that bet again. It just didn't quite go our way. So profit in basketball, down a little bit in the soccer, down a little bit overall the day, but still positive on the week at plus 2.79 units right there. So having a good, fantastic week. Let me remind you guys, Between the Post airs at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. Between the Post airs at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. Matt and I will break down all 10 of these Premier League games and give you leans and bets for all 10 of those games. Make sure you check that out. If you want my bets before Friday's show, go ahead and check out Between the Post. And then my weekly NASCAR show with William will be airing tonight, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll, of course, preview the championship for this weekend down at the Phoenix Raceway. Let you guys know how that's going to unfold and who's going to win that, and give away any possible bets we may have on that show. So those are 2 upcoming shows that you can look forward to this today. All right, let's go ahead now and get on some Thursday night football bets. This one I already gave out a little bit earlier yesterday on Twitter. I'm taking Jonathan Taylor to have 2+ touchdowns at plus 295 up over at BetRivers. Justified this a little bit in that tweet. Look, the Jets allow the most fantasy points allowed to the running back position. They allow 1.9 TDs per game to that running back position. They're 30th in rushing TDs allowed per game at 2 rushing touchdowns per game. And the Jets also allow 100+ yards to the running back position, 1.6 TDs. I mean, they're just absolutely atrocious in defending that running back position is that Jets defense. So you can certainly play his yardage as you want. I think the sportsbooks generally have the numbers, though, pretty bang on. If I did do yardage, I would do rushing and receiving, because the way this Jets defense struggles to defend that running back position, he could get a lot of yards rushing, he could get a lot of yards receiving. I would feel a lot more comfortable taking his combined total rather than doing his rushing or doing his receiving. If you're looking at yardage, obviously I went TDs. I think he's easily going to get 1, and the chance to get maybe nearly 3-1 on my money that he can get a second touchdown with, again, all the touchdowns that the Jets defense gives up to that running back position. I really like Jonathan Taylor to get 2+ touchdowns more than I do his yardage, and especially at plus 295. So let's go Jonathan Taylor. Let's see if you can have yourself a big day. Now let's go ahead and turn our attention to the Jets quarterback. I'm going to go ahead and take Mike White over 1.5 passing touchdowns at plus 125 up over at PointsBet. Look, the Colts give up average number of yardage to the quarterback position. They only give about 250 yards per game to the quarterback, but they're giving up 2+ touchdowns. In fact, it's 2.4 passing touchdowns they give up per game to the opposing quarterback. So like Mike White to get at least 2, because also you got to factor in the Colts have a really good rush defense, right? There's a reason why they give up a lot of passing touchdowns per game, because the rush defense is actually top 10. So in a game where Mike White's coming off some confidence, obviously beating the Bengals, looked pretty good, throwing touchdowns in that game, I think he can get 2 touchdowns in this game. And at plus 125, he can really attack the Colts defense in terms of their weakness, which is their secondary. So go ahead and give me Mike White over 1.5 passing touchdowns at plus 125. Then I also like Mike White to have up over 22.5 completions and minus 114 up over at BetRivers. This was actually a question on the Fox Bet Super 6 app. What's those exact questions, the number of completions, and I obviously picked the Jets, and I picked them to have 26 or more plus, so we don't need to justify this a whole hell of a lot because I did that already on the video. I will just highlight again the Colts' top 10 rushing defense. That plays into this as well, and the Colts are 20th in completion percentage allowed. They allow 65% completion percentage over their last 3 games right there, and then the spread is minus 10.5, so that'll also let you know that we think that the Jets will be throwing the ball to try and come back. I don't think it'll be a double-digit win for the Colts. I do see the Colts winning. I don't think it'll be double digits, but I do think the Jets will have to be clawing their way back into this game. So everything between what I justified on the Fox Bet Super 6 app, giving you guys a little bit of justification right here. I see Mike White going up over 22.5 completions. I got that at minus 114 up over at BetRivers. A couple other ones I'm keeping my eye on. I'm keeping my eye on Carson Wentz interception. I haven't pulled the trigger on this one because it's now at plus 120. It started off at plus 108. I saw it a little bit later on yesterday at like plus 116, and then I saw it this morning at plus 120. So I haven't pulled the trigger on it. A, I'm a touch undecided, but B, the return on your investment is getting greater. I mean, people really don't think Carson Wentz is going to throw an interception? That the dog is becoming a bigger dog? I don't know. I think Carson Wentz can certainly throw an interception up against this Jets defense. So I haven't pulled the trigger on that one yet. And the other one I'm looking at is Michael Carter going under his receiving total. The number is rising. That's the reason why I think he's going to go under. The number started at 34. It's gone up to 35. And this morning I checked it's at 39. I think the Colts, the way they defend that running back position, they're actually second in the league in terms of defending that running back position in terms of fantasy points allowed. So I don't think Michael Carter can have a big game game in the receiving game. I know he's had monster games the last 2 weeks, and Mike White is leaning on that running back position to pick up easy completions and easy yards, but you're going into the strength of that Colts defense. So I just kind of want to see how high that number can get before maybe I'll pull the trigger on that. So look for me on Twitter a little bit later on this afternoon. Maybe we'll pull the trigger on Carson Wentz interception, and maybe we'll also take the under on Michael Carter, his receiving total. But otherwise, we're just going to go ahead and roll with Jonathan Taylor, 2+ touchdowns at plus 295, Mike White over 1.5 passing touchdowns at plus 125, and Mike White over 22.5 completions at minus 114. Don't forget, guys, between the posts at 12 p.m. Eastern Time, if you want to get those Premier League bets for all 10 games, go ahead and check that out. And the NASCAR show again tonight at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Otherwise, guys, it's Thursday. We're almost at the weekend. Go enjoy your Thursday. Enjoy this Thursday night football game, and we'll see you back here on Friday's show where we'll roll out the weekend slate of bets. We've got soccer, we've got NFL, and we've got our normal NASCAR bets to go ahead and give you guys. All right, enjoy your Thursday, and we'll see you back here tomorrow. Thanks for watching till the end. I'm Jason Mattis. Any love you can show by giving me a like, a subscription, or a comment, or even just share this video is very much appreciated. And don't forget to turn on your notifications to increase your chances of locking in the same odds as I talked about today. And check out my other great videos in these corners.